Hey, we're up at Duncan in beautiful Smiles, the denture clinic up here. Now, we've been here before, I know, talking to Erica and Stephanie, but something new has happened that I didn't know about.
Yeah, we're very excited to announce that we are now creating lower dentures with suction.
What is that all about? I'm almost afraid to ask.
Well, conventional dentures, how we've been taught, is the same all over the world. An upper denture gets suction on it, a lower denture doesn't. Basically, it floats when you...
Why was that? Why would the lower one float and the upper one have suction?
No one was able to achieve suction. It was just what the common belief was, and it's what everyone was taught. Before, the only real option for people was to have implants put in to hold their lower denture down.
And that's a pretty big deal.
It is. It's expensive, and not everyone is candidates.
Yeah, okay. So how did you learn how to do this then?
Well, my sister and I, she's a denturist in Prince George, she discovered this technique Googling, and we wound up going to Japan to learn from the dentist, Dr. Jiro Abe, who created the technique.
So he just came up with this and suddenly it's the big new thing.
Sort of, yeah. He experimented over years of doing thousands of different impressions and embedding cameras inside dentures to figure out how to achieve suction, and he has come up with a specific formula.
Is it something you can show to me how it works here?
Yeah. Okay, so here is a demo of a denture that is half suction denture and half conventional denture.
It looks kind of the same to me, I have to be honest.
Well, if you notice, this side here is really thick and bulky, and this is really thin and contoured. So on conventional dentures, we were taught to cover as much anatomy as possible for stability, which causes the lower denture to dislodge when the person is making their muscle movements, when they're chewing, when they're talking. With the lower suction technique, we create the shape in harmony with the patient's particular muscle movements. So each one ends up looking a little unique.
Now I understand you have somebody here in the examination room who's experienced both type of dentures. Maybe we could go talk to her and find out a bit.
Sure.
And then Steph will be back to talk to you. You've been so dutifully quiet here. Anyhow, let's go over to the examination room. Now Kathy had an original, like a normal set of dentures to start with, I gather?
Yes, that's right. I believe it was 5 years ago we built her a set of upper and lower conventional dentures.
But now you have the lower suction dentures.
Yes, I do.
Do you notice a difference?
Oh, it's a huge difference. They're much thinner. The bite is a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Nothing gets trapped underneath.
And that would be the case with the previous dentures?
Yes, often they would trap food underneath, and these just stay right nice and tight. And
that's a ringing endorsement.
It is.
And you even like these guys. They seem to have done a pretty good job for you.
Oh, they've done an excellent job. I can't say how much. I'm so grateful.
I can't help but notice you have a piece of fruit in your hand there. Are you going to do a demonstration bite for us?
I could.
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
All right, so this is what almost no one with a lower denture can do.
Okay, go for it.
Bite into an apple.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It all worked out. Well, somebody called the Guinness Book of Records. Here we go. But this is the type of thing you're doing every day for people now.
This is what we're doing for people, yes.
Okay, I want to come back later in the show and see how it's sort of all put together and how it works.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello, I'm somebody's mouth. No, we're in a serious denture clinic. We're at Beautiful Smiles with Stephanie. Now, Stephanie, you created these, but this isn't the finished product, is it?
No, it's not. This is just a try-in in wax that we put in the patient's mouth. They make sure that we make sure the bite's correct. We make sure that they are happy with how it looks.
So this is wax all
Just
the gum
wax.
part?
Yep, I can just scrape the wax and
Okay.
yep. So we carve that all in by hand and characterize it the way that the patient likes to make it look like natural teeth.
What happens now?
After they are happy with this, we then come over to Katie, and Katie's going to process it. So we eliminate the wax, make the mold, eliminate the wax, and then process new acrylic inside.
So she's pouring in something in place of where the wax gums would be.
That's where the wax was is now going to be acrylic. So she's now going to be mixing the acrylic. So what we're going to do is we'll put those two clamps together and inject into the machine the acrylic.
And then it goes into this machine. I understand that this machine is the only type you can use to create these suction dentures, is that right?
That's correct. It's this machine is a fairly new machine. We got 2 of them because of the dentures that we have.
So you've done all this. This machine, you say, it's different from the other machines, and it's also beneficial in some ways to the clients, is it?
Well, one of the biggest things with this one is it reduces monomer by 0.7%.
It reduces what?
Monomer. There's there's an acrylic, and the methacrylate that we make the acrylic with is kind of toxic. This machine eliminates it, so there's very, very little in there. A lot of other acrylics, they don't have that. This is the only machine that actually eliminates it.
And that's beneficial for people with allergies or things of that nature?
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing actually.
Okay. So when the teeth come out, what do they look like once they've been pressed in here now? They're going to go into the little unit. And what do they look like when they come out?
Oh, well, let's just let her put that one in a minute.
Okay. We're kind of screwing up the whole business day by coming in and doing this today, I know.
Okay, so this is, once everything's cooked, she has one right here. So it's all hard, so we have to deflask that. And then at the end, we deflask it and we take all the plaster off. Yep. And this is what you have. So this is a lower suction denture, just come out of the Ivocat machine.
And that's the one we're talking about today because there already previously were upper suction dentures.
Yes, this one's great. This machine has got the lowest distortion of all of the machines out there. So we're really, really lucky to have this. And as you can see, we've got some characterization to make it look like there's roots. And as natural as possible.
Well, this is just incredibly complicated for a fairly simple mind, and I'm talking about myself now. If people want to know more about it and how they would benefit from these lower suction dentures and everything else you do here for that matter, Beautiful Smiles, how do they find out more?
You can find us on our website, beautifulsmilesdenture.com. You'll see all our prices and all the things that we do, including implants, which is also something we do
it's all
too.
there.
Yep, and or call us 250-748-3843.
Beautiful Smiles, they've got them. Whoa, how cool is that? You know what this is? Me neither. I think it's some kind of steam unit or another. We're at Beautiful Smiles Denture Clinic in Duncan. We were up here a couple of weeks ago, finding out about dentures, and it's just fascinating as heck. I know you think, well, is it really? It really is, because there's new stuff, and Erica, the new stuff, is the lower section suction dentures.
Yes, that's right. We are now able...
Is that what Stephanie's making here right now?
Yes, she's working on a setup right now. This is how we build the teeth. I take the molds, and then she creates a custom denture out of wax.
It's really artwork, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Now, how long do you have to go to school to learn something like that, Stephanie?
I went to school for 4 years, and I re-certified when I came to Canada.
And speaking of going to school, I understand you're going to be going over to England or possibly Japan to learn more about the lower suction technique.
I actually just came back from England in May. I did the technical course. Erica went to Japan to do the clinical, and I went to Japan to England to do the technical course for the lower suction technique, and we're going back again in March or April, I believe, to do the next step.
It sounds kind of specialized, like not everybody, not all denturists are doing this.
No, it's very specialized. Up until just recently, nobody in North America knew how to do this or even knew it existed. So our goal is to become a teaching clinic and to retrain our colleagues on this new amazing technique.
But the good news for people on Vancouver Island who have dentures or may be in need of dentures or know somebody who is this is all new, and it makes the dentures feel so much better in the mouth.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's night and day. The number one thing that people say when they come back is that for the first time they've had no food get under their denture, which doesn't sound like a problem to people that don't wear dentures, but it's actually can be quite painful for people eating the denture.
Well, when we were in here last time a couple of weeks ago, you had somebody biting an apple, in fact, with their dentures, and apparently that's not something you could normally do.
No, biting into something like an apple is extremely rare if you have full upper and lower dentures. But with the suction, people can do all sorts of things they couldn't do before. Now, the level of suction really depends on each patient and their anatomy. On some people we get small amounts, on some people we get so much suction we can't get the denture out of their mouth. So it really does vary.
Now, again, I don't know very much about dentures, but do you still have to use the various adhesives you put in your mouth?
No, you do not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big bonus right there, isn't
Yes.
it? Now, creating dentures, I find this fascinating, almost gruesome too. It looks like something from Halloween looking at it from here. But Stephanie, you're doing all this in wax, but that'll be replaced at some time, will it not?
It will be. Once they're happy with the aesthetics and the bite is spot on, then
These will be refitted into somebody's mouth to do
then
that?
we can process it and then put them in the mouth as a fit.
Okay. I love what you guys do here because just because of the fact that you are experts, and like any great experts, you keep to learn how to do it better all the time, and it's sort of important.
Yes, we're always trying to push the envelope and learn how to do our job better.
Well, you know what? We're going to come back a little bit later in the show and see how this whole thing progresses from here.
Great.
Stephanie, too loud.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I know you're trying to work here and all, but and she keeps going even after I ask her to.
You want me to stop?
Oh, thank you. I just wonder what part of the process is this that you're doing right now?
We are grinding the teeth now. It's all been processed and everything's in acrylic. I now need to grind off all this flash.
So this is getting close to the finished project.
Yep, it'll be going in the mouth in a couple of hours.
Again, suction dentures.
Correct.
Are suction dentures the best way you can have them adhere to your mouth, dentures?
It's not the best way. I mean, given a choice, the implants would always be probably the better way for the fixation and longevity and everything. But if you're not, some people aren't candidates for implants.
Okay.
So some people don't have money. Some people haven't got the bone density. So lower suction denture is the best for that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Speaking of implants, I see Erica has some implants over here. You'd think we rehearsed this or something, wouldn't you? So implants. Now, I didn't know you could actually implant dentures.
Oh yeah, so these are two examples of implant retained dentures that we make. This one here has got two posts and the denture just clips on, similar to snaps on a jacket. With this one here, it still feels like a denture though when you bite down. It does press into the gums.
Really?
This is an implant supported denture.
So this spreads out the pressure a bit more, does it?
Yes, it does. These implants here just hold the denture in place.
Oh, I see.
This one here, all the pressure is directly on the implants, sort of like a bridge. So when people bite, there's no pressure on their gums.
Now, if I had dentures and you showed this to me, this would scare the heck out of me. I mean, this is going to be put right down into the bone. Is that like a super big operation?
It's actually not. There aren't any pain receptors in the bone. When the implant goes in, people will feel a strange sensation of pressure as the implant's entering. And afterwards, they just take some Tylenol or Advil for a couple days.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
So there's no big pain, no different than a root canal or something, I
It's
suppose. is it?
less invasive than a root canal, more like having a filling done.
Oh, okay. So, and again, well, Stephanie was saying not everybody's a candidate for having
Well,
this done.
that's right. You have to have adequate bone to support the implants. You also have to be able to afford it. They are costly.
A few dollars,
yes.
too. But I mean, it looks like the ultimate solution, though, really.
It is the ultimate solution if you are a candidate. But most people aren't candidates, unfortunately, due to a full range of reasons, from bone to finances to anxieties and phobias.
Beautiful Smiles Denture Clinic in Duncan. What is it, Bray Road we're on here?
Yes, Bray Road.
You guys seem to be really good at what you do. I don't want to sound like I'm pandering, but I mean, it seems like you're experts and you keep learning how to do it better all the time, which is very impressive too. How can people find out more about Beautiful Smiles?
Go on our website at beautifulsmilesdenture.com.
Just that easy.
It's just that easy. We have all of our products that we make as well as price lists.
Excellent. Okay. You can turn that horribly noisy thing on and carry on. Thanks, you guys.